Today's guest speaker is every Monday this month of May, and I'm excited about having him on the call. I just got off the phone doing the three-way with him. He hails out of South Carolina. He's done a fantastic job out there. His wife's a regional director. His business partner, Reggie Larson, is a regional director as well. He's a regional director. He's not that far away from regional vice president. I'm really excited, especially when this lady comes in. That might just take him right over the top of the RVP. Without any further ado, from South Carolina, the great and one and only, Mr. Curtis Evans.
Happy to be with you today. I hope you got something to take notes with. Hopefully I'll give you some information that you can use. Sometimes there's information, then there's information you can use. And sometimes you can use some of it down the road or tomorrow or next day, but this is not that time. This is something to use today. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to talk about, just give you an idea. Al and I just spent some time with Miss Gathers on a phone call. And she was really, really excited. Now, she's been in the business about a year, and she hasn't done a whole lot. And, you know, she's got a busy schedule, okay? So she just hadn't done a whole lot. And she was ready to get cranked up. So we've been just dripping on her and keeping her close to the action, just, you know, not forgetting about her. And she has a real strong upline. But I'll tell you how she got into business. She is going to do real well with this company. She likes what she saw. It was a short presentation. She has to be on a plane to go to California, as Al mentioned. But Reggie and I went to a meeting in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I can't remember who it was. It was somebody up there. One of the leaders were up there at the meeting that day. When he came out of the meeting, he got a call from a guy named Jerry Sistrunk. And Jerry Sistrunk was talking to him about something. And now to this day, Reggie still don't know what Jerry was calling him about. Jerry was calling him about something else, you know, trees, hats, cows, something. And Reggie stopped him. He said, man, listen, we can talk about that later on. Let me tell you about what's going on. And he told him, Reggie was excited. He was excited. And so he told Jerry about the business. Jerry said, well, what I got to do to get signed up? So Jerry jumped into the business. Jerry was going to, Jerry's in, he's been in business a while. Jerry, just a couple of days later, was going into Lowe's and he ran into a guy by the name of Antonio. Antonio, he wanted Tony to be a customer of his. He needed 3 customers to get qualified. He wanted her to get qualified. Tony said, I'm not doing it. I'll be a rep, but I don't want to be a customer. I want to do the business. Are you making money with this some kind of way? So he said, yeah. So Tony jumped in and signed up to be a customer. And Tony did real well. He's signed up a young lady that's his cousin. Her name is Lurleen Jones. Lurleen's on the camera with us right now. Lurleen signed up. Her daughter became an ACN customer down in the row a few months ago, and she understood network marketing, and she was downsized from a plant that she worked at. But Lurleen jumped in and went to ETL like in 3 hours and knocked that out. And Lurleen had a friend of hers by the name of Lorna. Lurleen went to several conventions, by the way. She was a convention person. She would go to conventions. She signed up a girl by the name of Lorna Saylor, and Lorna came in. She has some insurance industry business. You know, she knew about insurance and she knew about residual income. All insurance people know about residual income. So she got started, and then she signed up this lady named Jenny and Miss Gathers. And Miss Gathers just didn't do anything for years. She said she'd come in and help out Lorna. But I don't know what Lorna said or did, or we just kept talking to her. Finally, she sat down for a meeting today. And then I three-wayed in with Al. Al wanted to talk to her. We'd already booked the meeting, already broke up, but Al talked to her and spent gave her some really good words of wisdom. And so I just want to show you that what you're going to do. And a lot of times we don't talk to people because we think it's kind of hard to explain this. We're not talking to them. I want you to talk through them. Okay. You personally may not sign up a top money earner in the business. And you may say to yourself, I don't know nobody that's a top money earner. I don't know anybody that has network marketing experience. But the thing you got to remember is you don't know who they know. So you got to talk through them. So I'll give you an example. I see a guy, I see Jabri Clemens on today. And I'm signing in business. I want to sign up with Jabri, but I think I got to make Jabri a SVP. I got to make him successful. And that's probably why I won't talk to him, because I think that's my job, is to make him an SVP. Shabri's job is to go to SVP. My job is to assist him, to coach him, to help him get there. Now, what I mean by that, now, well, listen to me carefully. I want to know, I want Jabri to come in. I want to know who Jabri knows. That's really, really important. I need him to qualify, and we need to do a PBZ to find out who he knows. Okay. And when that happens, you just keep working down and down and down and down and down until you run into a leader. Remember, you do not create leaders. You find leaders. Now, you create people that can find leaders, but leaders are already there. They have all the skills. They can't sleep at night. They can't sleep in the day. They can't sleep at night. You're busy people. Generally, they're very busy people that you don't want to bother. Okay, that's generally who they are. They're very, very busy. They look like they got 16 things going on. Those are leaders. They can multitask. They can do 3 or 4 things at one time. Unfortunately, we want to talk to the guy or girl that don't know nobody and don't have a job, and she or he is barely making it. We think we're going to help them. It's just now that person may do well. I don't know, because we remember you can't prejudge. The biggest mistake that we make in this industry is prejudging. Because if you prejudge him, his brother may be who you're looking for. His cousin may be who you're looking for. His nephew may be who he's looking for. So you want him to come on and get qualified, but while he's doing that, tomorrow night, have a PBZ. The next night, have a PBZ. And he can't wait till next week. Now, this is where he's going to tell you, you're going to need some posture and some strength, okay? Because the first thing somebody's going to say, I'm signing up now, but I can't do nothing for 2 weeks because I don't know what the because is. There's always going to be something going on right there in their life. All you want them to do is give you 30 minutes for a PBZ. Let's do that tomorrow, okay? And you're going to have to kind of man up on that. I don't know, I'm not a woman, but you got to man up on that. You got to tell them, you got to tell him or her, I know that everybody's busy. I need 30 minutes of your time tomorrow night. I need you to get 5 to 10 people on a call tomorrow night. I'm going to do the presentation, but I got to open them tomorrow night. And you tell them when you can do their presentation. Don't wait for him to say, oh, I can do one in 2 months or 3 months, or maybe next week, or if I can't do it then the week after next. That's not a leader. A leader in you is saying what? I got an opening tomorrow night and I got one the next night. I got an opening tomorrow and I got one the next day, which my best day is going to be Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And there's a 99% chance he's going to say, okay, I need you to get 5 to 10 people on that call tomorrow night. That's your work. Then you can go in and do all that other stuff for a couple of weeks. Okay? Whatever it is you think you got to do, first job is this. It won't take but 30 minutes. And generally they'll do what you ask, okay? But you got to come in with your time. So that's what you call taproot. Now I'm telling you about a taproot. Now when those leaders pop in, those people come in, you do the same thing with the next group, and the same thing with the next group. And while you're doing that, you open line, you're out there looking for other people. Now that sounds easy, but it takes a little posture, because I'm telling you, my puppy had kittens. That's why you never believe what happened. My puppy had some kittens, and this has never happened before. And so I got to take care of that. Okay. And I hate to say this, I don't want to sound harsh, but generally somebody in their family is going to pass away or passing away. Okay. I don't know why that is, but as soon as I sign people up, the uncle, mama, sister, brother on their daddy's side, once removed, passed away, and the funeral is going to be, I don't know. But what do you need tomorrow? 30 minutes. And because the IBO that you have the first week, the first couple of days, is a different IBO that you have a week later. And it's a different IBO that you got 2 weeks later. And it's a different IBO that you got 3 weeks later. And so while they're excited, remember they're excited about making this money, that's when you got to capture on that excitement. So that's one of the things I want you to do. Now, that's on a micro scale. On the macro scale, let's look at it a little bit different. I say macro, we're talking about generational stuff, okay? We've been in this business, we're ACN IBOs, and we're going to do very, very well. If you're on Al's call, you're going to do well if you've been coached by the best of the best of the best. Now's the time to put it into action. So I want you to have a date that you will make your next pin promotion. If you are ETL, put a month or two on your RC promotion. That's only 200 points. Okay, just get it done. Okay, you gotta get it done. Okay. Now, if you decide to get it done, if you decide to get it done, it's going to get done. It's just the way we are. Once we put it in our brains, we're gonna get something done, we're gonna get it done. So, and then if you're an RD, maybe another month behind that, or maybe 2 months behind that, but you got to get that done. How do you do that? If you got 2 or 3 or 4 people that you're signing up soon, point them at RC, okay? They got to get qualified and they got to get on the run to RC. You got to point them to RC. They're not going to do this by themselves. They're not going to automatically come, but they need to know that's a doable and attainable thing we can get done this month. They're going to pay you well, they're going to pay him well, him or her well to get there. But the timing is what I'm talking about. This is about timing. Now that's timing with you and your new IBO. I'm talking about another kind of timing right now. The timing of today's May 9th. They opened up healthcare, HealthShare. There are times in your life when you just don't get something. You may not understand it. And more importantly, you may not just get the time that you're living in. You don't understand the time that you don't get it. Now, 5 years later, 2 years later, you look back, oh my goodness, that was going on. What helped me up that year? And you'll think about the plant was working a lot of overtime, the office was busy, something happened somewhere. But this is a bad time not to be being active with ACN. This is a terrible, you picked a bad time to not be active with this business. You know, and there are times in human history when that happens, when a person just decides I'm gonna chill out for a little bit, I'm gonna take it easy. This is a very costly time for those that work hard for the next, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. For the next couple of years, they're probably gonna get 20 or 30 years back from that hard work. Okay, the work that you do getting to that RVP promotion, okay, being laser focused on that promotion, okay, and it's easy to get your mind off of it. I had a wreck in my Porsche a couple of weeks ago, and I had to change cars and do this and that and the other thing, and my mind got off of it, just like that. It don't take much. A little accident, a little fender bender, it don't take much. So we got to stay focused on this promotion, the promotion that you pin. Now, I pinned RVP. You may say RD. Okay, but I think in the next couple of years, with all the stuff we got going on, this company's going to be spitting out RVPs. It's going to be spitting out RVPs. They're going to be coming out all over the place. Okay, and that's because of the HealthShare. So don't blow this. That'll be like let me think of back in the 30s, and this is way before my time. I'm old, I'm not this old, but way in the 20s and 30s, they had to put hydroelectric power all throughout the United States. They dammed up rivers, they put big generators in there and generated electricity. They sent the electricity to people's houses, right? People were used to a candle, walk around their house with a candle to see. And when it got dark, everybody was inside, and they had a candle in this room, a candle in that room. That's how they used it. They didn't have electricity, but someone in the government decided to build the power stations. Only the government could do that. They decided to put telephone poles in the ground. They decided to put wires across the telephone poles and a telephone line on those same poles. And they ran electricity to your house. And some people were scared of electricity back then. Okay, but if you were a part of your own stock of shares in that company, or you were building, you would have been wealthy because you were around when electricity was released. Okay, what about toilets? Remember toilets? They used to be on the outside of the house. A lot of you are young, you don't remember this. Toilets used to be on the outside. And somebody came up with a grand idea. Is that stinky toilet that you had way in the back in the woods, people run out there in the night to go to use. Why don't we bring it in the house? You know, why don't we bring it in the house? Would that have been a good idea? Everybody said, no, we're not going to bring that toilet in the house. But they brought the toilet in the house. In fact, most of the toilets, because of the proximity of the plumbing, was right next to the kitchen. Now, if somebody said, let's go out there and cook some food right next to the outhouse, everybody would think you're crazy, right? But if you were a plumber and you were putting out bathrooms in people's houses back then, you would have made a killing. If you have to, when the timing is right, you really got to get to work. You can't see if it's going to work or not. And I got thousands of other examples of different things that came up in our lifetime, and people became wealthy during those periods. And we're in one of those periods. It's called May 9th, 2022. You were an IBO with ACN. And in the last few years, it went from $4.99. I paid $2,500 to get started. I put 4 people in the business beside myself when we got started, because There was only $500 and it was 5 people. Let's get them in. Let's get going. Now, listen to me carefully here now, carefully. This is a bad time to be doing nothing. This is a bad time. You're going to have friends of yours calling you about the business. They didn't know you were a business because you were a secret agent. Nobody knew that you were in the business. So your best friend in California, your best friend in Florida is going to call you up to get you started. And you're going to say, I'm already a rep. I got 10 customers points. And she's going to say, what? 10 points? I've been in 4 weeks. I got 5 IBOs and I got 78 points. I got 150 points. And you're going to say, I didn't think you'd be interested in that. It's a sickening feeling. It's a really sickening feeling when your friends and buddies and pals are calling you. Get them off your conscience. This is what we call get them off your conscience. I don't want to see you down the road tell me, why didn't you tell me about that? Why didn't you tell me about that? And so those people that you see that run the dry cleaners, and so we're looking for business partners, okay? Because that's an IBO, independent business owner. We're looking for business partners. So why would you have a football team and you're recruiting basketball players? Why would you have a football team and you're recruiting soccer players? Why would you have a football team and you're recruiting, I don't know, swimmers? What you need to be recruiting is business owners, okay? Business owners get this, but we don't want to talk to the business owner because we think they're special and they're busy. Go talk to the business owner, show him the money and show him the residual part of this, three-way him in with someone else and get them started in the business. Real estate people, we know they're good. We know people that make over 6 figures. We know people that are busy are good. Those are busy people. And I'm gonna tell you now, especially if they have 2 or 3 businesses, they don't make a lot of money, they just look important. But I'm telling you now, if you go to them with this plan, they will eat it up because now you're a business owner and you're recruiting business owners. Now, sometimes you can't prejudge. So you want to make sure that you sign up everybody, show everybody plan and get them signed up because they may know business owners. But that's the power of Zoom. I can now sign up a business owner in Atlanta and I never went to Atlanta. I can now sign up a business owner in Charlotte. I never went to Charlotte. I can now sign up business owners in Houston. I never went to Houston. I signed up Mary, and Mary signed up Joe, Joe signed up Harry. We can do that on this call. And if we all put our arms around Zoom, we have a daily Zoom meeting at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time over here on the East Coast. And then we have them all through today. But you can do that. And so this is a special time that we live in. The company has put us in a really nice position. But if you miss it, you can miss it. You can say, I'll just keep the candles. I don't need the electricity. I just need the candles. And everybody says, but we got this electricity and we are able to now, they created something called refrigeration so you keep food a long time. I don't care. I'll put the meat in the meat house and I'll have the candles. And I don't want to bother with that bathroom. Leave it out there in the woods. No, we don't need that. And the phone, the can and the string is working really good. Okay. I mean, we could have, this is a time when the world is shifting. It's not going back to where it was before the pandemic. You won't see that. If it did, you won't want it. Okay. This is a special time that we're living in. There are millions of people that don't want to work no more. They're resigning. They're looking for something else to do. And it's our job to show it to them. There's lots of, we got a recession coming up. We think it's going to be a mild one. It's going to be just a little blip, but there's a recession coming up. When you get wealthy in network marketing, when there's a recession, when something is bad going on, okay, unfortunately, we're going to get one. Okay, so we have to be vigilant, okay, and get this job done. It's going to be the hardest thing you ever did because it's so easy to get distracted. And I know because I did, okay? And so the guy that's teaching you now is saying he got distracted for a week and a half, okay? One way they totaled the car, but so it's very, very, very easy to get distracted. Well, we can't let that happen. Why? Because we were in multi-level marketing with a company that was in 28 countries that has services that people have to pay for, not something they don't need and that. And then they opened up the health sharing business. And we were there when all that happened. And we took advantage of it. We worked it hard. And we had to get some people off our conscience. So we called our brother. And man, I'm about to do good with something. I got to get you on this call tonight so you can take a look at it. It's going to be 8 o'clock. I can't be on, man, you need to be on this call. I'm not going to, I got Al tonight. I don't know where I'm going to get him again. just cancel something to be on this call. It's going to take that to get their attention and say, okay, I'm going to get you off my conscience. Because when you come around and you're driving this and you're living there and you're traveling here and you're seeing that, they're going to want to know why you didn't say something to me. I thought you knew me. You didn't say nothing to me. I want them to look at their phone and look at all the times you text them, invitations to meetings, the times you call them and say, yes, I did. I did call you. So get them off your conscience, okay? And that may help you to make those phone calls, because all they're going to do is say yes or no. And all you want them to do is what? Get on a call and see if they like it. Get on a call and see if they like it. I'll tell you a guy I know, I mentioned his name last night. I'm almost finished. A guy, we called him about the business, and he was a little hesitant about this and that, the other thing. And my posture is this, and I don't know why nobody haven't corrected me on it yet, but I told him, I'm the smartest guy you know. I mean, listen here, son, I'm the smartest guy you know. You need to look at this because I'm doing it. Now, I wish somebody would tell me, you are not the smartest guy I know. I know somebody else smarter than you. But for 20 years, nobody ever told me that, okay? They always say, okay, well, you got me to do. So tell them that, and then show them the business, okay? On Zoom, show them the business on a meeting. Now, the reason I say that is because if they say no to you, they're not interested, right? That means I'm not interested today. But if they say no, that's okay. Your job is to show the plan. Now, I'm saying that because this guy, if he tried to recruit me to do what he does, I wouldn't do that. He goes pick up dead people that are hurt in the car, people that died at home. He brings them in, opens them up, got to cut them open and do an autopsy and all that. I mean, he's in that. That's the field of work he's in. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, if he called me up and told me I can make some money doing that, I wouldn't be interested in that. So if he's not interested in what I'm saying, that's fine. But it's okay. Don't be too serious. Don't get too serious about that part. Your job is to share the business with him so that he understands it, and then follow up every 6 months until he says yes or no. It don't matter. Just every 6 months or a year, follow up with him, and do that over and over and over, because you can't leave people behind, because sometimes these people will come in years later and take off. They will take off. That's on their call. That's on their watch, not yours. So thank y'all very much for the time you allowed me to talk today. Remember, I just need to know if you want lights in your house, or you want to walk around with the candles. I want to know if you want to put the meat in the outhouse, or you want to put you want to go out in the dark at 2 o'clock in the morning and use the bathroom. I just want to know if cars, or you rather use the horse. The horses are really good. Or if you are going to still be with gasoline 10 years from now, or you'll be with the electric cars. Are you a dinosaur? What are you? Because this is a bad time. I'm gonna say it again, a bad time. These next 2 years is a bad time for you not to be doing ACN hard, okay? So thank y'all very much. Let's go out there and put 4 or 5 IBOs, 10 IBOs in your business this month. Get them qualified, get and find out who they know, and then work with those people, and then who they know, work with those people. Let's become professionals at this. Remember, amateurs don't make money. Amateurs don't make money. Hobby people don't make money. Professionals make money. So thank y'all very much for your time. That takes care of my call. Al, I'll turn it back to you.